In this video I'm gonna teach you how to break anything in After Effects. You can download this project file in the description down below. Making a new tutorial for each day of the year. Day 30 of 365. I'm gonna break some text, so I'm gonna type here break. We have here our element we are going to break. Let's pre-compose it so we can change it really quick with any element we want. Pre-compose it with Ctrl-Shift-C and hit OK. Now to this composition, let's add the effect Shatter. So let's type Shatter. You will see like these bricks breaking. To see our element, we have to change here the view to render it. There we go. Now we'll see our text breaking. Let's change this breaking pattern. Instead of being some bricks, we are going to use here shape. Change the pattern from bricks to glass. Okay, so this is a better looking shattering. So if you want to just break your whole element, this is it. You can change the parameters here, but we're going to break just a specific area of our element. So we have to create a solid layer. Let's create a solid layer with Ctrl Y. It could be any color except for black. So try to make it a brighter color, hit OK. And now let's hide this mask. We don't need to see this mask, this solid layer, sorry. Now let's make a mask. So grab the pen tool with G and we're going to select where we want to break in our element. So I want to break like this part, just gonna mask it out. And let's rename this solid layer mask because it will be our mask we are going to break. Now go back to the composition. To make it to only break in the mask, go here to gradient and select in the gradient layer mask. You will see nothing happens. It's because we have to select instead of the source the mask and increase the threshold here to 99 because this takes the color. That's why I tell you not to make this layer black, because if we make it black it will no longer work. So now it will break from here. Let's go back here to the composition. We can increase the number of pieces here it breaks. So here in shape we have repetitions here, and if we increase this, you'll see there will be like more broken pieces. Also we can select the origin from where it will break. This is the origin. If we select like here, you will see that it breaks from there. If we select like here the A, it will break from there. I will put this, I don't know, like here at the bottom. No, here. Sorry. We can also change here the extrusion depth. This is basically the extrusion of our pieces, how thick they are or how thin. We can make it thinner by decreasing this, or thicker by increasing by a lot. I'm gonna leave this like that. Now let's change the physics of our breaking. So go here to physics, open it. So you see here the pieces break and they rotate a lot. If you want to decrease that rotation, just decrease here the rotation speed. If you don't want rotation, set this to 0 and it will no longer rotate, but I recommend you to keep this number low, like 0.1 or 0.15. All of these parameters are pretty self-explanatory. Here the randomness is how random each piece break, but I recommend you to keep this low or even to 0. Let's see. Yeah, keep this really low. Also we can change the gravity. If we don't want gravity, set the gravity to 0 and you will see they float to nowhere. And also here with the viscosity, we can make like a slow motion, a slow down effect. If we increase this not too much, but to something like 0.5, you'll see that it slows down. If we increase this too much to like 1, it will slow too early. So keep this in 0.5 or 0.4 to have this nice effect. Finally, the last thing I want to show you is the camera system, because as this is a 3D effect, we can change here the camera position. We can also use our camera in the composition. If we create a camera here, we can also, by selecting here comp camera, and now we are using the composition camera. but I will leave this as it was before. There you go. Also, we can change here the lighting here, but you can see these properties by yourself. Keep the repetition low because this layer will be like the big pieces, and we are going to duplicate this composition, so duplicate it with Ctrl D. And here in the second composition we are going to do a smaller pieces, so go here to shape and increase the number of repetitions to something like, it could be a lot, like 60. Let's see. Okay, they are like kinda slow. We can also increase the force with the break happens. Here in force 1, increase the strength, and you will see that it's like stronger for the smaller pieces. So let's keep this to 10 maybe, or 8. We can also control when the break will happen by keyframing here the radius. Search this in the timeline. Search radius here, make a keyframe for radius in force 1, move this forward and start with radius 0 and then to 0.4, and you will see that it will break from that point. Let's do the same thing to the other layer. Make a keyframe here, move forward and here to 0. Press U to only see that keyframe. You will see in the first seconds nothing happens and then it breaks. So I'm gonna move this a little closer, like here. You can also add more mask here if you want more breaking points, like here, another one, and here another little mask, and you can modify the mask. And there you go. So there you have it. You can download the project file in the description. If you only want to place your image or your text here, you can make that. So that's all for today, and see you later.